Our next segment, we're talking about the Mandalorian Season 3 finale. So, Episode 8 is Chapter 24, The Return.
Yeah.
I had a good time with this. Is a spoiler review. I already
Spoiler.
did a spoiler-free one. And I was saying in my spoiler-free one, I might go back and rewatch all 3 episodes, all 3 seasons in a row.
Oh.
Because I think, and then I'll see which ones. I enjoyed this season overall. I think maybe this might be one of the lesser ones, but I can't really remember. But I still had a good time with it.
Yeah.
Even though there was some side stories and flashbacks, I enjoyed a lot of that stuff. So, I mean, we got to see Bo-Katan and Din Djarin, Axe Wolves, the other guy, what's his name? He already died there. Yeah, Paz Vizsla died in the previous episode.
Yeah, see, I watched the both of them together, so to me, they're all like one.
Yeah, because you were away for a while.
Go back to Mandalore episode.
So this season pretty much was all about gathering all the Mandalorians together, redeeming themselves, and then retaking Mandalore, which they found out Moff Gideon was there, and they found a bunch of his cloning tanks.
Yeah,
and that's interesting because that's from Expanded Universe.
But the thing is, they could have been back there a long time ago. They didn't know Moff Gideon was there. That was a surprise.
They
for
didn't
us
know the air was
watchers.
breathable.
They could have just sent a little droid out there a long time ago. That's the fault with the whole thing, is that they never really tried. And even, I don't know, and
I think they were too busy fighting amongst themselves because you got.
And when Din Djarin and her went there, like, they knew they could go there, but they never saw, the Empire never came near them when they were there, which is also weird.
At first, until they got closer to their base.
But they would have known they were coming.
Oh, I'm sure they got them on sensors but then...
a little bit... They could have gotten rid of Din Djarin right there and then. You know what I mean?
Maybe they were setting that trap.
I just think it was a little bit easy. It was a little bit easy to get rid of Moff Gideon and just crash a ship into him.
Why did they have to crash the ship too? Why didn't they take all their ships? They had a bunch of other ships. They could have fought all those TIE fighters too. And also the guy Axe Wolves there, he flies his jetpack up out of the atmosphere to the ship. And it's got a really good jetpack there, I guess.
They do have good jetpacks. I mean, we don't really know.
To fly out of atmosphere? Yeah, it's Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star Wars.
They could probably do that. But, like, the fact is that was just that one little base in that one little spot. Mm-hmm. It's just a little bit easy. It was a little bit easy.
Of course, it's Star Wars. It's for kids.
Him, I think. And the fact that he didn't get rid of them earlier when they landed 3 weeks ago.
The fighting, especially at the beginning, I found, for me, it went on a little bit too long at times. They did do a good job breaking it up because it was pretty much all a fight for most of this episode, but they broke it up. But at times it was like, come on, this is getting a little stale. Move it along.
Yeah, it seemed like they were trying to
move it along.
Moff Gideon into a Darth Vader.
I did enjoy how they showed Moff Gideon had his clones, and he had used Grogu's DNA from Season 1 to give himself the Force for those clones. And he says that. I'm like, okay, he's going to have the Force because he's got to have those midi-chlorians, right? Remember?
I guess, but we don't really see that. And so...
The cloning stuff is from Expanded Universe. There was a lot of cloning stuff in Star Wars from Expanded Universe, which is no longer canon.
I think it would have been nice to have more mystery around that. Like, maybe the clones did survive, maybe they didn't. We just don't know. I think that would have been a better ending.
Maybe.
You know, a mystery about
It's an interesting thing.
Instead, everything was obliterated.
I think they could still bring back Moff Gideon. He just might be all scarred and...
Well, one of his clones.
That's but they destroyed all of those
clones. I know. If they would have had more mystery around it, we could be like, is he gone or is he gone?
I think they'll bring back Giancarlo Esposito as Moff Gideon, but he'll be all burnt up and scarred and everything. You're getting her too excited here.
I know, she got too excited.
Okay. I didn't like what happened to the Darksaber. It's like, okay, it's broken now.
Broke it? I know. I thought
they're gonna make another one.
Silly. Like, this thing is supposed to be like
it's a sacred weapon.
Super duper. And he just went and squished it. Yeah, they're kind of making him into a bit of a Darth Vader. That's what I felt.
Well, you gotta have your villain for your show.
Yeah, but they really were almost
They've been teasing Thrawn as well for this season, and because that's going to be the villain for Ahsoka. Bringing back Grand Admiral Thrawn, who we saw in Rebels.
See him. They talk about him.
There's a bunch of books about Thrawn that are in canon.
Anyway, it was cute at the end. Baby Yoda.
Yep.
Was hovering his frogs.
We get to see Grief Karga, there. We get to see Grief Karga gives Din Djarin a cabin. He's like, I'm just gonna retire and live out my days here. And Grogu's playing with the frogs / trying to eat them.
Well, you didn't eat any of them. I thought that was surprising. I thought that would be the next move, was that it was going to go down his mouth.
They brought back IG-11, and they did bring back Taika Waititi to do the voice for it.
Well, I think the episode before that, he went in the IG-11, now IG-12, it was so funny, and he's like, no, yes.
That was a bit annoying.
Funny. I like that part.
I think they could bring that back. They could just get another, droid parts and just set it up as, like a little ride for them. Yes, no. They could do that if they want to. Yeah. They teased at the end there because when they were at the waters in the mines of Mandalore there, they were teasing again, is Grogu going to say his first words? Because he's been making noises, but he hasn't actually said anything. I thought they were going to make him say, this is the way, as his first words.
Well, that would be a lot of words.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be his first words, or it'll be, Din Djarin, because that's the guy's name, but now he's Din Grogu.
Din Grogu.
So that's cool. I'm fine with that. Yeah. I wonder if they're going to put a helmet on him with his ears sticking out.
Grogu. I can't wait for that. But anyway, there's cuteness factor still, and he did his Yoda flips there.
Yeah, you gotta have the flips. Okay, anything to do with the Force and the prequels, you gotta have flips.
Yeah.
Okay. They took out those Praetorian guards there, Moff Gideon's Praetorian guards.
Yeah, I think it was just too easy. I think the whole thing was just too easy to get rid of Moff Gideon. I think it was just too simple. Anyway,
you think they wrapped it up too fast?
Kinda, yeah.
Remember, it is a TV show. It's not a movie. Even though they're putting a lot of money into it, it's got great production values.
But there could sort of been like he got away again, or the clones got away, or somebody got away. Mm-hmm. I just think it was a little bit too complete and too easy.
I like how IG-11 is now the new marshal for Navarro, and they're rebuilding Navarro. They're building like this town. As they expand the town, they have this great cityscape on this like lava planet.
It's like the Wild West.
Hopefully, they don't have like steam wells or geysers or anything coming up in the town area.
They probably do.
No more lava, or they'll build some Star Wars tech to stop that.
Force fields.
Yeah, ray shields. It's all about the ray shields. They had some ray
shields in these past couple episodes. Yeah, and again, no railings.
Yeah, they could have used more railings there.
They could have.
Even when, was it this episode or the previous one where R5 he goes to look over the edge there? He looks over and it's this like big chasm. And I'm like, yeah, they could use a railing there.
That was cute. And all the little mouse bots were trying to get at him.
One of them actually went off the edge there when R5 was escaping. Just kind of drove off.
Put a little ram at least.
Yeah.
They're too cheap.
How many mouse droids have they lost there because they don't have railings?
I know. It's like they have all this really expensive stuff built in these impossible places, and they can't put any railings or any rims even.
That's the Star Wars
just a
universe.
Bit of weather stripping or something.
There's no OHS officers in the Star Wars universe. There'd be an OHS officer. Guys, we need railings here. Hey, if you're getting into a fight with that lightsaber, put some of that Beskar armor on. You gotta keep your hands, right?
Or it would have made sense if they just had shields everywhere. You know what I mean? So you couldn't fall.
Yeah, but that's expensive, right?
Like air curtains, but instead shields.
All they need is a little rim there. All you need is like a 10-centimeter rim on the edge there.
A rim with a little, with bright coloring markings. Yeah. Like bright orange or something. Don't go past this.
But this has become a trope of Star Wars.
It's like black on black. So of course you're gonna walk off the edge.
We didn't really see we didn't really see what happened with Bo-Katan after the fight and the Force bubble. That was interesting. So Grogu used the Force bubble to protect them from the big explosion.
They're there, and she's the leader, and she doesn't have. Well, I guess she has pieces of the Darksaber. That forge lady can forge it up.
The armorer.
Yeah, she can forge it up.
Yeah, she was cool, and she got in on the fight, and she was hitting everyone with her blacksmith hammer.
I was thinking at the time, she really needs to start passing that information along there. She's the only one that knows how to do it. She shouldn't be putting herself in the fight.
At least we got more women in this, because you got Bo-Katan, you got the armor, you got that other mercenary that was teamed up with Axe Wolves.
They should protect her like she's the queen or something, because she has all the knowledge. None of the other ones know how to do any of that.
They need more Mandalorian women. Okay?
Well,
But they always need more women in the Star Wars
There's lots of
universe.
women. We just don't see their faces because they got helmets on. You can see their form that they're wearing.
Well, we see the other one that was teamed up with Axe
There's
Wolves.
quite
I
a
don't
few.
remember what
There's
her name
quite
was.
a few, but you can't see them
But we
because
saw her last
they've got
season.
helmets on. Anyway.
Overall, I really enjoyed this. I'm giving this series a best series ever. What kind of rating would you give this? Was this the worst season for you? Best season?
No, I think this might have been the best season. I was just a little let down as to how easy it was. I think it should have been harder.
You think they wrapped it up too easily?
They should have had more mystery.
Okay, hold on.
At the end.
Overall,
or the Mythosaur should have come out and
at the time of this recording,
or something.
The Mandalorian series has a 90% critic rating, so 90% of critics are saying something nice about it. Doesn't mean they think it's the greatest, and 78% of audiences are saying something nice about it.
I think that's really low for the audience score myself.
I think it's gone, audiences are enjoying it as much, but it's gone down because it's 93% for season 1, season 2, and then season 3 is at 85%.
No,
so this seems to be the weakest critically.
Brought out all the stops. I thought we had really interesting stuff going on and great looking stuff. I just think, just crashing a ship into it, they should have. There's just a problem with them not trying to go to Mandalore previously and not realizing this. If they would have known there was a base and they had to overtake it, that would have made more sense, right?
Yeah, but they didn't know that there were Mandalorian survivors there.
They didn't know anything.
They didn't know that. The one sect of Mandalorian is too busy. Like, they were following Bo-Katan, and then they're like, nah, she sucks. She's just hanging out on her stone throne there in her castle. We're gonna leave and go be mercenaries. And the other sect is too busy, like, you're not Mandalorians. This is the way. We don't show our faces. So they're too busy, like, they're too divided. You know what?
I think I'd like to know.
They're like the Scottish, okay? Too busy divided, okay, and fighting amongst themselves instead of teaming up. Yeah, not anymore, but I'm talking about through history, right?
Oh.
That's why the English were able to conquer them so much in, overwhelming force. But it reminds me of that. So it's like, so now they've come together, and they're going to work together, hopefully, and they're going to rebuild Mandalore.
Right.
And so maybe that's what season 4 will be. And Moff Gideon comes back. Who knows? There's still more of those other Shadow Empire people out there from that council meeting. And they're still talking about Thrawn. So the Empire's trying to come back. And I think eventually they evolve into the First Order. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure. That's my guess. So overall, I enjoyed this. I
did too. I enjoyed it. We'll see. Maybe in the next season, if we ever get one, or the next thing, we'll see that somebody did escape from Moff Gideon's.
I'm not sure what they heard, because they've been talking about Star Wars Celebration. So I think what'll happen is maybe they'll come out with season 4, and then they're going to release a movie to wrap it all up. They did announce at Star Wars Celebration we're getting season 3 of Bad Batch.
I don't know if you remember. They set it up when they had all those bad guys in a circle. All the bad guys doing bad guy empire things.
Yeah, that Shadow Council.
Yeah, the Shadow Council.
That's what I
so they've got to get rid of all of them. Moff Gideon was just one of many.
Those are all potential villains for other series.
That's what I mean. It was setting it up. Anyway, I don't know. I thought it was cute. I thought this season was the best season myself. I think we need to know how many years ago was it that Mandalore. We need to know a little bit more about what happened with Mandalore. I still am a bit confused exactly what happened, because they seem confused as well.
I was reading about it on Wikipedia.
Because I still don't understand what happened exactly and why it's covered in Maldivite or something.
You want me to look it up right now?
No, but they never really do say in the show, and some people that are joining them say, I was here when this terrible thing happened, but we still don't really have all the details on exactly what happened. Yeah,
and that's why you got to read the books and all the other stuff, right? I recently anyway, but what do you think of The Mandalorian Season 3? Are you impressed by it? Are you one of the people that dropped off? If so, why? Let us know down in the comments below. Are you enjoying it or not? We want to hear. I had my own theories about why the ratings are so low for this season. I said because you were away at the time, but I think it's because a lot of people canceled their Disney Plus subscription. It's because of inflation and times are tough. That's just my theory. But maybe people aren't liking the show. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. You've heard our thoughts.